Hey, how's it going, boys? XXX Noober Goober here, bringing you guys another one on ranked 1v1 because, of course. And today I'll be playing against Scuff, who's 82nd Airborne, and I will be first armored. And, well, I got the bad side of the map. Scuff is a decent player as well. This is gonna suck balls. Certified. There's not many other ways to explain it. So we're just gonna speed up through the deployment here. I'm starting with a tornado just so that way I can try to keep the skies clear a little bit, if at all possible. Which I don't think it is, man. But going into the other parts of the deployment, 2 scimitars over here, just to smack around some LAVs that might come over there. There's also going to be a Law 80 over here. I'm taking a very defensive posture over here, very minimal units, because I know a lot of shit's going to come over here. So I'm really trying to do a 50-50. But the interesting thing about playing against 82nd Airborne, even though they don't really have IFVs, you need chieftains to kill the LAVs. You actually need a tank gun to kill LAVs, which sucks, dude. Like, you can't just fight them with your IFVs because they're just gonna smoke and leave before the ATGMs hit them, which sucks, dude. But another interesting thing is that the gun here, most IFV guns actually do just slightly outrange Dragon 2s. So I'm going to be trying to abuse the fuck out of that in this area, and that's why there's 2 scimitars going over there. I also have an SAS Patrol going into the town. SAS Patrol is a good CQC unit, and I have an Scouts Law 80 that I'm trying to send to this building what's the word, when I have too much hope, where I think things go too well, because he gets to this building basically before my recon deployment gets into here, but that sucks. Anyways, I have 2 Assault Pioneers and an FV432 going up there, and a Chieftain as well, and I'm starting with 2 CVs. I really wish these were the fast CVs now. I actually changed them out of my deck. I made a lot of changes in my deck based on this game. So, let's get into it. And here we are. So first contact over here, yep, he's all up in my shit before I even have a chance. SAS Patrol die instantly. I noticed that there's a dragon launcher over there, so what am I going to do? I'm going to fuck around with the line of sight. I want to be out of the line of sight of this building, so I'm going to put my 2 scimitars right there. And as he pushes to the crest of the town, he's going to be exposed to my Rardens. And you notice how I am outranging his dragon. This is the Dragon 2 as well. LAV over here coming to protect his friends, and at close range, the LAV is quite scary. The Bushmaster is quite scary, so I do believe that he could actually win that 2v1 at close range. But now that the range is on my side, I'm going to take that fight. And then the dragon's here. It has range. Over here, nothing's happening. Phantom is out. I have a Tornado also out. Tornado misses because I'm not allowed to have good RNG. Phantom's chasing down this Tornado, and if it went right, then that Tornado would have never gotten hit. But it does get out, and I think I get a chance to kill this Phantom as well, which is nice. Over here, smoking up. Or trying to smoke up. I don't even need the smoke because the dragon was shooting at something else, and dropping Assault Pioneers and rifles down right here. And you notice how he's microing the fuck out of this LEV, and is still being a really big threat despite the counter being right next to it. That's all I have to say about that, and I'm just gonna keep on pumping out warriors over here as much as I can. Over here, I did notice he had a unit that was hopping in and out of buildings over here, so I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try to posture myself in a way to skirmish with that, I would say. And now I'm taking this building block for my own, which is very, very important, very strategic location right here. We're on ×2 speed. We've got 15 more minutes to go, I guess. That'll be a decent video. Over here, whenever I finally take this this town area over here, I get a lot of kills for my effort. I should be smoking off these warriors. At this point, I know that there's something in this church building. Really, I should just bomb the church immediately. You should always try to bomb the church immediately. F-16 LGB doesn't kill a warrior in one tap. Write that down, write that down, write that down. And now that I have this 81mm mortar over here, which was originally to help orchestrate that smoke push over there, I'm going to try to put smoke down in front of the church to eliminate it from the game. The Dragon 2, that is, from the game, so that way I can rain down hell with my my Rardens. And it works decently well. Like, he's not shooting me with the Dragon 2 anymore, so fuck it. But the problem is all my units are dying so fast because all of his units have shock. Which, honestly, I'm starting to feel like 82nd Airborne shouldn't have shock on this airborne squad. This guy should not be shock. It's already 10 dudes. Please, please. We suffer. That Humvee murdered my scout's Law 80. Law 80 just, like, kept on missing, and now my Rardens couldn't kill it. I think it's glitched or something. I don't know. 2 tornadoes on 1 F-15. That's a fight you take every day, but he does evac very smartly. And the Rardens are continuing to go to town. Now it's going to be an issue. He took back this building block. He has a dragon right there. I'm within range of his dragon. Oh, I was going to say boom, dead, but he didn't die. But you see the plan. The plan is to just sit on the outskirts with the Rarden and try to kill him with the autocannons. But the issue is that you don't have MLRS in this deck, so it's really hard to take towns out of the game. Really, really hard to negate the cover bonuses that 82nd gets. Over here, finally unloaded some SAS Patrol. Now I'm going to get some work done. I have a little assault platoon right there. Sorry, hiccups. Oh god, I hope you guys didn't hear that. It sounded horrible. Airborne scouts are airborne. I'm going to try to take them out. FE432's being used as fire support. Tornadoes chasing the F-15. Kill F4, lose a tornado. Go for the head-to-head with the F-15. I win, but ultimately everybody just goes home damaged. And I don't think there's any clear winners. I think actually it's him, because as sheer mass of aircraft go down, his advantage grows stronger. I need more dice rolls. Keeping the supply train going, and I am dismounting my assault pioneers and all that, and trying my very best to play this game. TOE2 over here, I should really be smoking that now that I know that it's there, but at this point in the game I was getting kind of hectic because I was like, I could definitely see myself winning. And, you know, just having the hope of winning means a lot, you know. And over here, I'm going to smoke off the TOE2 by putting down the smoke right there.
Good job, Gunner.
These arm rifles are going to get murdered. I've got a tornado floating about in the rear, so that way I can spot his planes when and if they do come in. For here, continuing my assault on the town, it's actually working pretty well. Strangely enough, because he started to reinforce over here a lot because he saw me moving that assault platoon I had right there up. F-16 LGB comes in, Fox 1, Fox 2, Fox 3, Fox 4, and I only get one hit, and then my tornado dies for it. Fantastic. Tornadoes are pretty good, but I don't think they're that good. Just because they don't have very high accuracy.
Well done, guys. Careful, enemies nearby. Just get me out of here.
Which is why I think in a 2v2, the MiG-29 is better than the Tornado, especially the MiG-29 with the 60% accuracy sidewinders. That thing's pretty cool. That Tornado also gets blundered terribly. Horrible plane control on my part. Maybe the game would have shifted completely different if I didn't do something stupid like that. But anyways, I have captured this town, but he already LGB bumped my CV, so it's going to take forever for this Sultan to get up there, and I know that this entire area is not safe, so I'm going to have to route him this way, and it's going to be even slower. I have a Hell Ram out here just because I think he might have some Sheridans, which I'm scared of, because Sheridans are very strong. This cover got ripped up by the autocannons. Thanks. autocannons functioning as my AA, but now I have to mass deploy my javelins because I am losing the air fight and I won't be able to defend my units anymore. Nice, I love ninja autocannons, really do. At least it died. F-15 Eagle comes after that tornado. It does get damaged, but I think it survives. Thank God. Javelins. And I'm going to buy another wave of javelins as well because I do not want to get destroyed by air units I can't fight. Tow, dragon. Yep, not getting up this road anytime soon. But, lucky for me, he stops reinforcing over here. Instead, he buys some howitzers, which is interesting. I buy a howitzer of my own to counter battery, or, well, not right now, but eventually I do. And, it's just not cost efficient to counter battery it, because it takes 2 salvos to kill 105 with your 152s, which I think is ridiculous. I think it's a little bit too much. I think it should just be 1 salvo, which means you have to invest 400 points into 2 different howitzers to be able to counter battery a 160-point howitzer, which sucks. I don't actually know if it's 60 points. It's like 60 or 80, somewhere around there, which once again sucks. Anyways, howitzers coming down. I've got my mech force in full swing. The dismounted troops, though, are very, very okay. They're okay. 7-man, 2 LMGs. They're okay. But they're not going to live long enough to be able to really soak up the damage I need soaked for this attack to work. But if we go into his point of view, there's an opening right here, and I was thinking about it in the game, and that's why I had to look right now to see. This is the first time I'm watching this replay back, but there's an opening right here. If I just dived in like a madman right here, this game might have been different, but I didn't do that. And I think that's important to note, is that if you don't have the artillery to demolish a town, you don't have your grads, you don't have the Mars or anything like that, I think it's a good idea to try to circumnavigate the towns rather than fight through them like I have been doing. Anyway, seeing this is very demoralizing. But, I'm not too far off. So, I think the game is still in anyone's hands. Getting back into it. Howitzers still come down. I'm pushing in a little bit too deep. You notice how I'm starting to get into places where my cannons can't defend my infantry because of the amount of buildings that are in the way. F-16AT, F-16 LGB comes out, and I think that this was another place where I made a mistake because I got so annoyed by these that I just spammed out like massive waves of javelins that, well, I wasn't buying enough infantry for the town fight, but also I didn't have enough infantry for the town fight, and that's another place where I changed my deck a little bit, was I down-vetted everything instead of having some things on one vet. Everything in the infantry tab is completely down-vetted. All of your infantry is cannon fodder and serves to spot for your autocannons and tank guns. That's it. They are merely a screen. They are not actually like a strong assault force at all. Apache's just gonna live. Doesn't matter how many javelins I have. And he's really good at his Apache control, which is amazing. That tow was painful. He has stuff over here I have to deal with, and I have to deal with his air, and the only option for me to deal with his air is to javelin spam, which sucks. Also, I ended up putting the Rapier in my deck because it would have been nice to have fast-moving AA somewhere in here to help chase the Apache. So I took out the LML and I put the Rapier back in instead, because I guess it does serve a purpose for fighting helicopters, but against planes, dog shit. I have 3 howitzers on return fire right there because I want to kill that commander if I can, the one that I spotted over there. I'm willing to bet that it's still right there. Sending it down. I wonder how much damage it's actually doing. It killed 5 guys. That's it. And once again, this I'm gonna start talking about building health here now. So 3 152s. 1 salvo from 3 152s doesn't kill this. You need 2 salvos from 3 of them. I wonder if you could do 1 salvo with 4, but anyways, that equates to like 4 salvos with 2 152s. So how the fuck, as an armored division with no good assault infantry, am I supposed to take the town if I can't destroy it, you know? And I do like that they added destroying buildings to this game, because invulnerable buildings in Wargame Red Dragon were kind of painful.
One less enemy.
I do think destroying the buildings and having ruins is a better system. The Apache's over here, despite my Javelin LML being over here, and I even killed one of the Javelins without the Javelin being able to shoot back at it. Very fun gameplay loop.
We can't take it anymore.
This Javelin got a shot off, and it did hit, despite the odds being against it. Not only if those rifles were able to dismount right there, if I was paying attention, I would have dismounted them right on top of him, and I probably would have gotten a couple Sheridans. These 81mm mortars are laying down hell onto where I saw his scouts advancing, pushing out my arm rifles, and then killing them. But there's an LAV here that's going to kill my 81mm. It's a good thing I finally supplied these Bedfords. I don't sell my supply trucks in this division because I don't like using helicopter supplies on the front line. So I just land a helicopter supply, transfer the supplies, and then sell the helicopter. But yeah, I did resupply these supply trucks so they can come in here and finally heal these guys and make sure they're full health for whenever the assault comes. If an assault comes. For here, more warriors, more arm rifles, but you notice my numbers are dwindled quite a lot. And in comparison to him, who has a lot of shit, there's no way I'm going to be able to execute another assault, despite that being the only way that I will win this game.
Enemy right up. Get in formation. Successful hit.
I mean, it's not all about the numbers. I definitely could have pulled it through, but he does something to make it impossible for me to win the game because I missed one very minor detail that I should always remember, and occasionally I forget and I suffer for it. You will find out what that detail is later. Arm rifles don't win against airborne, so I have to retreat. There's an Apache over here, moving my javelins over. This is when I wished I had the rapier instead of the javelins. I do get a second hit, nice, and then I have the Javelin LMLs here, finally, to dismount. Javelin LMLs definitely would have done better by me. Over here. Anyways, Stingers hitting my Hell Rams. I do have the Hell Rams just to destroy his annoying units. Apache, interesting thing about the Apaches in 82nd is they can't really afford to have downtime. Like, you can't really afford to have downtime with your Apaches if you really want to use your Apaches effectively. So a lot of times people will try to repair their Apaches, but a lot of the times they end up not doing it, not repairing their Apache because they want more uptime on it, which is really greedy, and you shouldn't play it that way. But I do enjoy when people play greedy like that because I might be able to kill your Apache. Finally, the Javelin count is at 400 trillion, and I'm able to kill planes that fly over me. Thank the Lord. But at this point, I have ran out a lot of infantry. And I'm trying to do my assault right now. Warriors get one-tapped by AT-4s. They also get one-tapped by Dragon 2s to the front. And they get one-tapped by Shillelaghs. Now watch this. Chieftain versus two Sheridans. Who wins? I did target the Sheridan. It missed its first shot, and then it got sent to the stun zone. Misses the second shot. Gets murdered. Bruh. Airborne squad has been healed up, so that ruins my hope of being able to artillery it, which is a damn shame. There's nothing going on the right. He's just ripping my asshole open with these Sheridans, concurrently speaking. Chieftain going one-on-one with the Sheridans. You have to go one-on-one with the Sheridans with the Chieftain. Isn't that crazy? Boom. Only if the first one performed like that. Wouldn't that be awesome? The artillery is still raining down, but and I have destroyed a good section of the town here, but I need to destroy this rear section if I want to push through, and I've already expended so much infantry that I'm not going to be able to get a good screen force down. And here's the move that makes this game unwinnable. He drops a leader behind my lines. Yep. I am able to neutralize the zone just in time, though. fantastic for me, but I take one AT4 shot to the face, which is very important detail to take note of. Over here, I'm continuing to artillery the piss out of him, and this is actually cool how he's moving his units forward instead of to the rear, and then F-16 LGB kills my chieftain commander. Nice. But the way he's moving his shit to the forward instead of to the rear means that if I had any autocannons right here, they'd be able to do a lot of damage. But I run out of points. And that is the game. GG Scuff. Yep. Quite a painful game. Long and painful. I really feel like if I had maintained the strategy of going around the towns instead of through the towns, if I had even thought about that, then it would have been a way different outcome for me. However, that's not always how it goes. In the heat of the moment, a lot of your tactical and deliberate thinking goes out of the window, and that is exactly what happened here. And yep, it hurt. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, and sub. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.